So he's storming out the house. She telling him he looked like he about to go commit a crime with a pink do-rag on and an ankle monitor exposing that he's a felon. People gonna look at him. I would look at him, she said, and say, what you finna do? He said, sometimes you gotta do bad things for good reasons. So he called his friend up to come get him, and they need to figure this out. All right, guys, welcome back to Von and Ruby Reacts.
Hey, guys.
We are going to do Love After Lockup. We back. We ain't stay a day down. It just seemed like Shantae and True ain't on this one, and I don't really like that. Aside from that, let's ease on down the yellow brick road. If you're new, welcome. If you've been True, just keep visiting us. Keep that like button on the up and up. And let's get started. We ain't gonna tarry too long. Now, Daniel and Bianca, right? They cruising, they on their way home, and she reminiscing of when Daniel sent the drawing of his ping to her. And from the drawing, she assumed it's really big. Now, when he get to the house, he looking around and he think it's a major upgrade from prison. It ain't long before she's asking him, you want to go, yeah. But she hopes it lasts long and it ain't 2 bumps because she ain't going to finish. It's been a while, girl. It might be 2 bumps.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel's like, it's been a real long time for him because he wasn't even doing it before jail. He was struggling with his addictions and nobody wanted him at that time. Guys, is it me or did he look by in those pictures? Was he given he played on a team? Nonetheless, they have their night. They wake up the next morning and she's talking about he catfished her. He too skinny. He's way too skinny. He do got muscles, but he did catfish her a little. So he's asking her how was he for it being a while. And she looked like she really don't want to hurt him, but she lied to him and tell him he was all right. She said while it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. He just wanted to get it in. She said he just got out, so she got to cut him some slack, obviously. Now, Daniel feels like it was everything he hoped it could be. He melted right into her. They got to look into each other's eyes and talk and whisper sweet nothings. That's what Daniel was romancing about. That's how he saw it. Ain't that jacked up how 2 people be on 2 different pages?
Oh, yeah.
So they started discussing, you need to go see your parole officer after we finish eating this breakfast. So he's making her breakfast and she's like, what if he says you can't stay here? And he was like, hey, well, I'm at the halfway house. And she was like, that's going to suck considering I spent $12,000 just to talk to you and $8,000 just to move here for you. And he's like, the amount of money that girl spent to stay in communication with him and connected to him shows him her commitment to the relationship, which I get. She wouldn't have spent all that money if she wasn't.
Right.
So he's mentioned getting a job and contributing. And she was like, you better make me breakfast every morning. And I think she's serious.
I think so too. She don't know how to cook.
So she asked him to go get the coffee and he's like, nah, I ain't thirsty. And she like, you could go get the coffee. You made breakfast for me. You could go get the coffee and put some milk in it. He was like, you could go over there and get it. And she's like, oh, that's mean. That's selfish. All she done for him. He said, don't throw that in my face ever again. That ain't right. And she's like, how is that not right? He was like, why did you do it? And she was like, because I love you. And he said, so why would you use what you done for me to manipulate me into doing things for you? Don't ever do that again. So she's like, I think you're being dramatic. And he's like, no, that's real. I'm glad he got her straight and said her. Because she was being bratty about that coffee. She was kind of like, go get it. Like, you better.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't want to hear that no more. Don't ever bring up what you did for me. Don't be trying to manipulate me and making me feel bad.
That's right.
You did it because you wanted to do it. And she looked like, ooh, I ain't gonna be playing games with him. Look like,
Not them kind of games. Don't even.
So he's telling her to look at him. She don't want to. She finally does. And he's like, look, we got to learn each other. You know? And he gives her a kiss, and it is what it is. She says she loved him. He was like, I owe you my life. But don't try to manipulate me like that. And she like, I ain't hungry no more. So eventually they make up. She's wondering if he gonna get mad at that, then what else is it gonna take to get him mad? I'm just like, I have nothing else. I'm just glad he put his toes down.
That's right.
Because she was looking like, I bought all these things for you. You know what? Yeah, you owe me. Go get the coffee. Get it. Get yours. And he was like, girl, you want that, not me.
I mean, she has all that money. She don't have to work. Of course she's going to be bratty like, you know. And he can't get a job right now. He's just getting out. So it's going to take him a minute. So she's like, oh, I'm going to be paying for all this, paying for all that. It just does something whenever a girl, when the chick has to be the one in that position. You know, it's like the guy got to treat her a certain way because of it. Now. But oh no, I'm glad he put her in a place. Oh yeah. Keep your foot down. That's all. That's what I say. And maybe I'll have a longer relationship.
Next, Justine and Michael. So it's been 6 months since they moved to Vegas. They got all the children under one roof and they just bought a house. They done spent a whole lot of money, so he has a day job at a moving company. Now they finna go to the doctor and get a checkup with the baby and, you know, do ultrasound. He don't want to find out what it is. He wanted it to be a surprise, but she want to know now so she can start buying things. And they find out that they having a boy. Now after they give them the good news, the nurse is like, look, girl, let's get serious. What you think about contraceptives? Getting your tubes tied, picked up, put away, something. Have you thought about that? And she like, well, yeah, you know, I thought about it. She was like, because you was already advised not to have another delivery after this, the last baby. And with this being C-section number 5, this is going to be high risk. Now, do you got a will in place? How long you want to stay on life support if you ain't responding well? What about an incubator? She said, I ain't got no will. She said, well, will your partner make the right decisions as you? She said, I don't think so. I don't think me and Michael will make the same decisions. Sorry, Michael. Michael will try to save her and not the baby. And that ain't what she want. Because she made her decisions a long time ago that when it came to her children, she would choose the child. And she would want him to go on with the baby and continue on what they had going on.
Right.
Continue on being a parent. Go, leave her. Don't save her because he is not going to like who she is and what she going to become if she got to live without a child. Thing she told him, like, she ain't played no games.
Nope.
She was like, you ain't going to like me. Don't save me. He was like, man, it's crazy that I got to think of all that. She's telling them she didn't come there and think that she was going to hear all this today. And they're like, girl, as the placenta get bigger, it could go into the walls. It can...
Just a whole bunch of complications.
All kind of complications.
Yeah.
Now, while they discussing methods, she's telling her husband, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a vasectomy either. He was like, I ain't doing that because I don't want the possibility of my situation not operating right after that. But your tunnel, it'll always be there. You're going to be all right. So I guess she was trying to put it off on him and make him get a vasectomy. They ain't come to no conclusion on that yet.
She know he ain't gonna get no vasectomy.
So yeah.
She know that. She was just clowning.
So yeah, he like, we got a baseball team already. We good. And this baby number 9. Okay. I don't know. 36, baby number 5, all C-sections. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a very high risk pregnancy, this one here.
she was really relative this season, this episode, because she wasn't looked at as a good person. She didn't want all the children there. She didn't want his children. At least that's what she was giving.
Yeah.
I'm going to say she redeemed herself the way she poured her heart out and cried and was relatable about, you know, when a child come through you, it's not about you being a parent. It's about, I guess, giving life. And just the way she drove it home, and you were just being able to connect to her in an emotional way, because she seemed like she was a corpse some of those last seasons.
Right.
But this one, Justine, girl, you took a course in what do you call that? Public what? Whatever. It's right on the tip of my tongue. You did good, girl. You had some good advice. Amazing. Next, Troy and Zariah. She started off complaining that this dude is putting all her bras in a box and she can't get to them. She need to wear them every day. It looked like he getting his clothes out of a luggage instead of a drawer. But he said they really don't have space because the sister still stay there and she taking up a room that he could use as a closet. The sister says she feel bad for him. He just now used to her sister, who seems to get in her ways and start talking all kinds of crazy to Troy. And he be sitting at the table looking like a sad puppy. And she be like, oh, she be feeling bad for him. So she's saying her sister is the problem.
Yes. Up and down with her emotions, I bet.
So Zariah going and talk to her sister, and her sister like, man, I don't really like to hear that fighting because it just gets me uncomfortable because I be scared it's going to escalate. And the sister's like, girl, I don't want you to feel bad. You been here. This is your house. You was here before him. You know, we're going to watch it. Zariah go in the room, and she's telling Troy, who got his little beezy, he getting ready to roll up. And she tell him she don't want him to get too lit. And he like, girl, I ain't even going to hit it. It's going to be ready when we get off. I mean, either you about to hit it or you that excited to hit it that you can't wait till y'all get off. So he's finna go start his new job at Project Hill, which is an organization that him and Zariah created because one day he was telling her all the things he was going to need help with when he got out of prison. And she thought, well, let's create something like that. So she got a building, they got a team, they got a therapist in there, clinical. She got a staff. Did y'all see the lady when she asked him what he was in for? Okay. Yeah. So they not even hiding the camera catching him talking about, girl, shit. He gonna need to be strong, girl. The dude going his first day at work, come to find out Zariah get home and tell him she got something to tell him. So she laying in the bed and she's telling him she want to put on a wedding dress because she didn't really have a wedding that was stolen from her because they had their wedding due to the pandemic. They had to stay 6 feet apart. She didn't get to wear a dress or go through the whole thing that most women get to do. So they're going to have one.
Yeah. So
she showed Troy a message about rent not being paid in 2 months. And he was like, rent where? And she was like, Project Hill. And he was like, oh, man, so you going to tell me I just started the job today. Now they can't go back to work tomorrow to the building until they get the fee paid. The invoice take 30 days. They newbies, she's still learning. He's going to have to learn. He's mad because why didn't we get the funding we needed? You did all the paperwork, you submitted everything, and she's explaining to him, this is not like a business. You don't get anything out of it. Sometimes you get the grant, sometimes you don't. And he's like, well, I don't want to be doing and investing in things that don't have a guarantee. So he's all upset. He mentions how she had infidelity a year ago. She didn't tell him about this bill not getting paid in 2 months. And now they can't even go to work tomorrow because they probably don't got a building to go to. She's all upset that he's storming out of the house because people want you to be honest with them, but then when you be honest with them, they can't handle it. No, Zariah, I think people want you to be honest with them from the gate.
Yeah.
I could do something about something if I knew 2 months ago the day you knew.
Yeah.
But if you telling me I'm down a week to figure it out, that is the most stressful, hardest place to work from. You could have been told me. You tell me when time bomb ticking. You tell me when there's a day or two left.
Can't even get in the door. No.
She told the dude when you can't go to work tomorrow.
No.
You know that new job that our business that we got, that you was nervous to go meet the staff? And I told you ain't had to be nervous because it's your business? Well, guess what? We ain't got no building to go to tomorrow. Mm-mm. Why I went to work today then? To be humiliated? You want me to go meet these people? And then now I can't go to work tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So there's no building for them to go to.
Nope.
You was more comfortable telling them than me? She gotta go, man.
And then last month they only had enough funding to pay for the licensed therapist that she has.
And then she didn't have no more money left. She gotta go. So he's storming out the house. She telling him he looked like he about to go commit a crime with a pink do-rag on and an ankle monitor exposing that he's a felon. People gonna look at him. I would look at him, she said, and say, what you finna do? He said, sometimes you gotta do bad things for good reasons. Mm-hmm. So he called his friend up to come get him, and they need to figure this out. Mm-hmm. She need to figure out what she gotta do for her day today and go back in the house. And he is going handle his business on what's going on here because he got to fend for them. Mm-hmm. She got the man in panic mode. If he knew he had 2 months, he could have.
Yeah.
See, this ain't right.
Yeah.
Zariah, you look like and seem like, and coming off that whenever there's something going on, whether it don't matter, you weigh it as it's always too much to discuss with Troy. It wasn't too late to tell. It wasn't too much to tell me when it's bad. Why you would tell me when it's bad? Keep it to yourself. Close the building tomorrow. Don't tell me nothing about it. Don't go to work. Let me ask you, girl. You ain't been going to work. What's going on? Mm-mm. What you mean there ain't no building to go to?
And then she said, I did all I can do.
You ain't tell me nothing. You telling me when you can't do nothing. Mm-hmm. Oh, then the girl say rent due in a couple weeks, and they ain't got no checks coming in because that was their check. So both of them not getting a check.
Nothing.
Talk about why did you tell me? Next, that was Troy and Zariah, y'all. Britney and Kerok, y'all. Let's get into this. I think Kerok should no longer be the leader of the house. Clearly, you should listen to your girl or your mom because you don't know what you doing. This was very stupid. Let's get into it. Her and Britney still engaged. They're getting ready to move out today. Everybody moving out today. Kim moving out today. Joey, Kim's packing up, looking for a place. Kerok and Britney moving out today. U-Haul truck outside while production there. What is going on? People going to their new filming location? Help me. Everybody moving.
Everybody.
So they packing all their stuff up. They finna go to Houston. They're excited. Britney even found a new school out there to get her nails done. So what was she doing all this time? What she did with the money on the show?
Right.
You ain't finished school. You didn't go back to school. What you was doing? They talking 7 months. It seemed like this girl was out. Kerok was out longer than that since we even saw the last season.
Right.
Filming must be behind of time. So anyways, they load up the vehicle. They headed out. They're going to get an oil change so they can get on the road tomorrow. Now, while they getting the oil change, Kerok get a call from someone who's speaking on the behalf of her probation officer or parole officer. And he's telling her, we didn't get clearance to go to Texas. They hadn't approved it. She said, well, what? What you mean they didn't approve it? He said they didn't approve it. She's telling him, I already put the first month deposit down in Houston. I already paid my first month rent. I done moved out the house. I done got a U-Haul. My mom and my brother coming with me, my family. We don't got nowhere to stay. He said, I'm not sure that you should have made all those plans. And she said, why not? Why would we get denied? Every time I took a urinalysis test, I passed with flying colors, me and my girl. Every time there was something with probation, it was taken care of. They never had a problem. So why would they be denied? He was like, I don't know. You don't have permission to move or relocate there. Travel there, none of it. Go in there, pass by there, look across down there. She mad. So her girl's trying to get the phone and speak to the guy, and the guy is telling them, the most I could do is put y'all in a government-provided hotel. Now, Kerok say, I'm from here, I know what that look like. The girl is like, but we could save our money if it's livable. We're going to go stay there. Kerok, you did this to yourself. Britney already said it's been hard since they've been out of prison. She thought it was going to be easy peasy, but it is not. And it is not when you're a felon. It's hard out there. Why would you pack up, move, put the deposit down, don't have no approval yet, all in hopes? A man, that ain't a man move. That's a stud move. That's a STEM move.
Yeah.
That's you taking pills and it's messing with your thinking. Or you getting shots. Look, let Britney leave for 6 months and see what happens. Listen to her. You got this, I'm the mean, I'm a provide. I fail in my family, man. You damn right you failing them. A man is not going to unpack the house and drive down the road without approval from his parole officer. Hey, you've been approved. I'm not hoping. You know why? Because I don't want this to happen. There's one way to guarantee they won't happen, Kerok. Wait till you get the approval, then go. Now, she said they got approved for Virginia, but they didn't for Texas. Britney thinks it's because they applied at the same time. And they probably looking at them like, what they trying to come here to do? Instead of, oh, that's nice. They trying to come here and make a way for themselves. Which she's right. What Kerok gonna do? Down to the government-provided motel they go.
That's right.
I hate this for them. Hopefully they can get out of this. Kerok, you gotta quit making moves without. This should tell you.
What are you gonna do with the stuff in the U-Haul? What are you gonna do with the U-Haul?
You ain't gonna get all that in there.
I know you. I mean, the time that they're gonna be in the
they hotel. Got pack all that in the hotel and sit it there, and make sure they don't bring any pets to Texas. Kerok's like, there's money on money on money on money, spending money. Man, the guy like, look, we're going to get with the probation officer, we're going to get with the state of Texas, and we're going to expedite the transfer. That appeal could take up to 30 days. Wow.
She did it to herself.
She ain't got time to wait and see if she got approved. She the man out here. It's going to be good. Y'all come with me, pack up. If I was the girl, I'd be like, babe, did you get your approval letter? Your approval to PO approved? Oh, no, babe, it's going to be cool. Oh, no, babe, my ass, you can hop in that truck and go down the road by yourself. I'm not coming. I'm not packing. I'm not leaving till I got approval. You got to be able to have some that whole ego man stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you ain't always the smart one that should be making the decisions. Sometimes you should be talking to someone and both taking it in that would be fucked up on. Like, hypothetically, boo. What if we do that and while we doing it, they calling us as we driving down the road? Good thing they didn't already set their sights on the bridge.
Oh, I know.
And got up on the interstate and got to going and he's calling them while they going. My whole thing is this. Is it a possibility that you can get a call and don't get approval?
Yes.
Then we're not doing it. There's no guarantee.
But I think she was with it. She was down.
Britney?
She was for it.
No, Britney's. It looked like when Britney be making suggestions, she'd be like, no, baby. It looked like Kerok's like, I'm a man, I'm going to lead us. You sit down and be quiet. It looked like Britney be scared to get her upset. We done talked about this. I'm tripping. I know her mama said, Kerok, now you wait till you get your approval from the people now, and then we going to go. Somebody told her, I already know somebody told her. In the comments, y'all think nobody said, let's wait?
I'm sure.
But the man, with the map. Talking about he know where we going. Instead of confessing, he got lost. This is Fat Beach. This what this giving. But Benny. All right, I'm gonna stop clowning. So he gets off he's like, look, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna send y'all the information for y'all government provided hotel. I'm about to send you the information right now. So they get off the phone and Kerok over there looking dumb. And what if that was your children? Y'all to be standing outside and you would have did it because you shouldn't take risks like this. It's one thing to gamble and be like, I got $2,000-$3,000. We about to move. We gonna land a job. One of us will. We finna take anything. Yeah, I get that. But like, you being tied to some, they gonna be on parole or probation for a while. Britney said.
Oh yes.
So it's like, come on, man. You don't do that. What you got?
She ain't handle that right. And nobody else should stay back and be uncomfortable. They should continue on going on their way.
Yeah, I think the rest of the family ought to get up there. She stayed at the hotel, and when she get the clearance, she could go, but nothing was lost. Everybody can get a job. But why is giving nobody knew how to drive? Just gonna be the mama don't got no license, the brother is not in the situation. Britney is used to Kerok always being the driver. She probably don't even know how to drive no more.
That's crazy. She should.
Because Kerok's like, I'm the man. I'm not letting you drive me. It gives that.
Yeah.
I've never seen Britney driving unless she was by herself.
Sad to say. But shit, I learned today how to drive that U-Haul. We're going to get to going. Peace.
Well, the U-Haul was a waste.
Yeah.
Yo, you paid for that. Ain't no turnaround. We can't go. I don't know if y'all went there. Sir, you know we just picked it up. We didn't get. No, you drove it. Next, Kim and Joey. Once again, somebody leaving or moving. So Kim's outside with Joey's mom. They sorting through some toys and all kind of house stuff because they finna have a big yard sale. She suspect rent to be $1,500 where she going. So she gonna work extra hard and she's gonna sell baby clothes and stuff like that and try to get on Joey about getting a job. Now Joey, he out in the town taking the children to school, picking them up, taking them to get something to eat after school. He in full daddy mode. This is how he feel. Now he in the car suggesting that Kasen looks like him and that they have the same hair and it's a possibility he the father. I already told y'all, if you watch a couple of episodes back, I already suggested that I thought that he was the father for one of them because she was messing with them at the same time.
Yep.
So here it is. He gonna stop and pick up a paternity test and he's gonna bring it home in hopes to swab Kasen. So Joey gets back home. He give his girl some apple juice or juice. He's tired. He ready to lay back in bed. But he's like, girl, we need to do this test. It seems like she keep ducking and dodging it. And she's like, what if it don't come back what you want? What if it come back what you want? He said, cool, then it's going to be my son. And she's like, it ain't that simple. And he's like, yes, it is. It really is that simple. Now she's like, he's not going to handle disappointment if that's the case. But something on her face tell me there's more to this.
Oh, yes.
I don't know why. I think they already knew. They just reenacting this. That's probably the basis that they got back together on. I think that's your son. And was talking. Now, she said it's one of her biggest secrets. Her son don't know, nor does her ex-husband. Just her and Joey. Now, Joey's trying to convince her to take this test. And she like, we got to go get one. And he's like, aha. I already got one. So he go get it. And she's like, what you going to tell Kasen? And he was like, I'm going to tell him I'm checking him for COVID. And he's like, get in here, boy. We making sure we ain't got the COVID. So he's swabbing them. They go drop it off in the mail. And they should get the results in a few weeks.
And she looking all worried.
I don't know here. Kim said in 2018, Joey had just gotten out of prison. And her husband, she had just found out, was having an affair. So she went get back up with him. And she was connecting with Joey for 2 months. But then Joey got locked up. And that's when she said, ooh, I better go back home and tell that man this is baby. and she went back to her husband. And that's how that happened. So, but there's something sinister in this story. Why is she looking like that? She was messing with somebody else?
Must have been.
She was wilding? A married woman, affair is one thing, but just bucket wildness, it's like, that don't go. Like I see you done fell in love, some man done romanced you out of your home, and he done caught you down at the mailbox a couple times, and you done got him yapped up with him, and then because your man was neglecting you, however. But how you get in another situation? Now it just look like you a wild girl.
Yes. There should be no reason why we're questioning you being pregnant or not.
It could be Jimmy's. Who is Jimmy?
Oh.
Whoa, man, you was a married woman. You was busy. You had a husband, some children, a man on the side, and there was somebody else. Girl, your man couldn't have been watching. What was he doing? Kill? This better not be the case. So she's we made it 5.5 years without nobody knowing. Ignorance is bliss. Okay. So that's pretty much Kim and Joey. Y'all, Kim and Joey gonna be my favorite couple probably on here. I'm thinking. Because True and Shantae, I don't know if they done violated the NDA or what. Because they got their YouTube channel and they was talking. So, I don't know. I know they was claiming they didn't want to be on it, but I don't know. True would have wanted to, but you can't tell me they just told production no.
No.
You about to open a restaurant in December and you didn't want the extra bread? You really wanted a piece of mind? Wow, I'm gonna give them that. If people twisting up how you look,
yeah,
and editing all falsely, they could have made some. Let's talk about the edits. Let's make an agreement and we'll come back. But anyways, Tennie and Rob. So she's throwing a welcome home party for Rob. Everybody's supposed to be there at 1:30. It's 2:10. Nobody got there yet. She's calling her friend. Her friend said she had an allergic reaction last night and her eyes swelled up and she can't go. But she about to go drop her child off to the dance practice or whatever. He called his friend chilling, and he still messed up from last night. Like he couldn't wait to the welcome home party. Wow. So her mom comes and he says it's no surprise because these are the only people that he's seen in the last 16, 17 years he was locked up. The girl said even his mom and his family only been one time with her.
Yep.
Sad.
Yep.
The mom shows up hella late in hopes that people thought she wasn't coming just to get there and say, oh, y'all thought I wasn't coming, huh? Being messy. But she do go hug the girl, but we know it's fake hugs. I see now as the mama. So the girl said, well, it's good your mama came because she was over talking to her mom saying she could see that he's bothering her and it's bothering him even though he's trying to show a good face. The mom said, I came to meet his family. She was like, well, Mom, that ain't gonna happen. So when the mom gets there after she's done being messy, she sit down and tells her son she got a bone to pick with him, basically. Why he don't come see her, why he don't visit her. He just basically left. And he's like, listen, I've been locked up for some time. I love you, Ma. I respect you, Ma. You know I love you. I just don't think y'all understand what I got going on right now. And she was like, you done left and went take care of a whole new family. I'm always going to be there for you, even when Tennie ain't there. Now, Tennie, like, who said I wasn't going to be there? She said, I'm just saying. I'm just talking to my son. I ain't mean nothing by it. She said, but you could have. It's like, she said, look, girl, let me finish talking to my son. The girl said, ooh, let me go get a drink. And the mama said, yeah, you go do that. And the girl turns around and go, what's your problem with me? Now, the girl does hit the mama first. And the mama get a kapoop. And now I feel like I want the daughter to get a lick back because the mama really got one in on her. And the way the boyfriend was stopping her from getting the mama, this ain't gonna end good if she don't get a lick. She gonna hold this over your head forever. You let your mama hit me, you let that be hit me, and you held me back. But good thing he fell. He slipped down because the mama strong. Her mama wasn't jumping in like a mom should and come get some licks in and get this mama off your daughter. But I don't know what I feel about that. Maybe her mama feel like she had it. I don't know. But he falls on the ground with the mama. Tennie goes over, and she should have the upper hand at this point, where she could do some stomping. But they don't show us that. They trying to save that for next week. So yeah, the welcome home party goes left. If I was Rob, I would just walk away and leave. This not nothing you're gonna win, and they ruin your day. I would just leave. I'd grab some cake and a plate, and I would leave. If my girl called, I would tell her bring a couple of them drinks and some food left over for me. Pick up the caterer style. I don't want to talk to nobody. Leave me alone. Let me eat my food in here quietly.
Yeah,
I just think the mama didn't even need to talk about that today.
No.
Not today. That's for you and him to do when you catch him alone. This ain't for the party. A party is not for stuff that bring you down.
Right. And that's not for no group setting, that type of conversation.
No, because everybody gets feeling away.
You know.
Yeah.
She was just being messy and raining on his welcome home party.
I think whatever he was doing, he was a big time dealer. He was getting some bread. He was in the game. His mama knew about it. She was benefiting so much. He was taking care of her so much, like he was one of his bitches. But Seb, of course you take care of your mama. He's gonna take care of these girls. He really bossed her out, and she didn't get him out the street. She didn't stop from the street. She supported it, and now she's like, I wanted that girl getting all the treatment that he was giving. Is he still got money hidden and he lying and she's hogging it and bossing it? She driving a nice car because she said that last season.
Yeah.
You look like you getting the money. You the girl in the way, because if it wasn't for you, my Rob would be over there taking care of mama. So I think mama is not used to the life she lived now. She want her old life back, even if her son in the streets.
Yeah.
And she want whatever he got. But since you ain't gonna pay my bills and stuff, let the girl support you. It's like she trying to punish him. If you don't take care of mama, then I won't be a mama.
Yeah.
She want that old come boss up on mama and give mama this and mama that again and have mama looking good and pay mama bills. And mama's like tripping out in a crazy twisted way.
Yeah. That
he over there with his wife and family, and that's where his money's at.
Right. That's weird. Weird. Because last season she was like, yeah, look what you driving. Look what you drove here. I barely made it here. Or something like that she said.
Right. That was Love After Lockup, guys. It was a blast. Check us out on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. We got that video coming up. Be on the lookout. Always like, share, comment, subscribe. And we're going to try to go live at 5. We're going to look at our community post. We're going to post a day that we're going to give live a try.
Yes.
All right,
y'all be looking. Y'all be on the lookout.
Peace.